Thanks for having me, and it's great to see a lot of important people here, and hopefully we can see the benefit of using it in your applications, from metropolitan to country applications and everywhere in between. Basically, a little bit of background. Cyber Technology do a broad variety of UAVs. I'm the project manager of the CyberQuads, which are these compact urban close-range platforms I'm going to be showing you. But just to bear in mind, we also do larger vehicles, fixed-wing, long endurance, up to 10 hours, with combined thermal optical cameras more for CFA bushfire applications, but potentially in the future, as regulations loosen, we could be using them in metropolitan areas for response to fires from the sky. Basically, it's a compact close-range VTOL, for vertical takeoff and landing, unmanned aerial vehicle. But in a nutshell, it's a simple way of getting a camera in the sky and a safe way compared to a conventional manned helicopter. So it's a quadrotor, so it has the 4 fans. So that's what makes it mechanically very simple. There's only 4 moving parts. There's not a complicated swash plate and tail rotor and all the things you normally have. And it runs off electric batteries, which are rechargeable, so you don't have to deal with fuels and oils and other mess. It's safely shrouded, so there are other open quadrotor helicopters emerging, which have the benefit of the mechanical simplicity, but what the ducts give you is that safety, that you can bump into walls and be near people without the risk of cutting them up with the exposed blades. And even if you do put your fingers in these props, they have an emergency cutout, so they'll turn themselves off, so you're not going to do any damage to people if they do. Safety is a big aspect that we focused on, and compactness and transportability as well. So this is what you'd possibly have in the field, where this can be stood up on top of the Pelican case, and you can operate from that as a sort of stationary terminal, or there's the handheld options to be able to walk around and use video glasses to see what the aircraft's seeing. So flying over smoke is doable, but you are going to obviously have detrimental camera effect with that heavy smoke, and the heat will reduce your endurance. Wind, it can handle up to 20 knots wind in position hold with the GPS. It's a gas and chemical detection payload, so it can remotely detect dangerous chemicals and gases, particularly in fire application, CO2 levels, carbon monoxide, LOL, I believe, is of interest, things like that. And it's also gyro stabilized, so even if you're flying forward and back aggressively, it keeps the camera level. There's the wrist mounts and other more portable video receiving units allow a large team of operators all to have their own real-time footage of what the aircraft's seeing. No brushes that spark, no gearboxes that chatter and make noise. The only thing we can't warrant to be intrinsically safe is the connection and disconnection of the battery, and that's usually in a safe environment anyway, where the operator's changing the battery. So once it's mid-flight, it is intrinsically safe to not spark and cause a fire. Staying below 120 metres is legal, but we've found even 30 to 50 metres is enough to get a good aerial view. We can fly up to 1 kilometre line of sight, and that's limited by the video link. But yeah, generally 100 metres is more than enough. It's a speck in the sky by then. The payload option just bolts in, 4 bolts off and on, and plug it in the power, and you've got different options there. So, and then the front mounted camera can be changed to HD or combined thermal optical or low light. And then we also have an even lower lux black and white camera option that can see in real pitch black, but it's only black and white, so you lose that colour ability during the day. That's the CyberQuad Maxi.